Hi guys, welcome to Learning Electronics Repair and some more car booty. Yeah. So I picked up two machines this weekend. I paid €40 for the two. This is the first one. This isn't really retro, but I thought it was possibly quite a nice machine. It has USB 3 on, two of these adapters. So there's two graphics cards in here. We see two of them, okay, with, for whatever reason, DVI to HDMI adapters, because they have HDMI on them as well. Do you think maybe they were running 4 monitors on this for some reason? I don't know, because I have no idea what they used it for. Let's have a look inside it. Okay, dual intelligent processors. It says, there's only one processor in it, by the way. So I don't really know why it says that. Let's take this side off. We can get a better look at this. I'll just say, just from the aroma from this came from somebody or somewhere where there were smokers. Okay, I don't like that, but that's what it is. Motherboard, we can see just down here, P8Z77-V Deluxe. So Asus motherboard, a gaming motherboard, I suppose you call it. Z77, this is kind of like second or third generation whatever. I mean, I don't know what processor's in this one. It's fairly complete. It has an SSD. I spotted the SSD at the car boot sale, and it says Samsung on the top of it, so I saw that was there. I have no idea what condition this is in. It has a 750 watt power supply, so it says. I think with this, I'm a bit tempted to check for shorts on the 12 volt. If we don't have any shorts, connect my current limiter, make sure the power supply isn't going to blow up, and if it isn't, I might just try this actually. So let's have a look. Okay, so ohms range, ground, 12 volts. Oh, it reached 38. That might be the CPU resistance. This may have a short on the 12 volts in actual fact. Oh, hold on, that could well be the resistance of the power supply on the 12 volts, because I'm expecting a Core i whatever. I mean, I don't know what's in there. Could be a Celeron for all I know, but I thought that would have a lower resistance. Let's have a look now. Yeah, the resistance is high, so that was just the power supply. It has like a resistor, like it is a resistor on the output of the various voltages to help stabilize the power supply. Basically, it has to have some load on it, otherwise it can't stabilize properly. Okay, this is come off from somewhere. Okay, so there's no short there. Let's see what this thing does then. So power lead in, light bulb up there. Okay, I'll switch it on, so expect it to come bright and then go dim, or because this almost certainly has PFC, it might continually flash. Bright then off. So I'll switch the limiter out, I'll put the power on, and let's try and start this. Power switch is up here. Well, it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, so it doesn't do anything at all. It is switched on the back. So there's power getting into the power supply, but it doesn't start. We could just check if we have 5 volt standby. One moment. So volts. Ground. And the purple wire. Okay. Try that again. Do we have standby? Yeah, we've got standby, so the power supply is on, but it just doesn't start. Could still be a problem with the power supply, or likely some problem with something else. So I think we will take this apart. Let's get the various items onto the bench. No good power supply. And let's see if we can figure out what we've got and what's wrong with it. Well, I have to say I've never seen that before. Piece of anti-static bag underneath the motherboard. Yeah, that's different. Okay, so we have quite a nice motherboard. Heavy. Some serious weight in that thing, okay, for a motherboard. Obviously wants a good clean, but I'm sure we could do that. Let's get the worst of stuff out of it. Yeah, look at that. Disgusting. Power supply, 750 watt. I'm interested to see actually if this is faulty, so if we connect our analyzer. Let's see. No, it's not faulty. The bleeping is because I don't have the 4 or 8 way thing attached. So the reason it will not start is not the power supply faulty. Power supply is quite heavy actually, VP750, I'm not sure what brand is this, but 750 watt power supply is quite handy. Oh, Aerocool, that's the brand. So yeah, it's fairly handy actually. There's quite a few of these with it. So this one obviously like a PCIe serial port with 2 serial on, 1 parallel port, another serial port. So I don't know what they were doing with this machine. But we have 2 graphics cards as well. As I said, this is obviously not a gaming machine. CGAX5456. What else does it say on it? Well, there's 2 of those in the machine, both the same. And we have a SSD as well. See, it's a 860 Samsung. What capacity is this? Part number M27MH. Is that 1 terabyte? 1T0. I know I can be lucky sometimes, but what is it? Given the age of the motherboard, the generation, if this is a 1 terabyte, this has been added later. It wasn't part of the original build, I don't think. Oh, it is. Whoa. Okay, so for my €20, if nothing else, apart from a 750 watt ATX supply, I have a 1 terabyte SSD, assuming it works. Okay, nice. So this will be DDR3. Oh, those only, yeah, these all clip at one end. What RAM is on this? Oh, it's got 2 8 gigs. This is an 8 gig strip. Quite nice. I've got a couple of 8 gig strips there. So I'm confident enough if either the motherboard or the CPU aren't working. I've got my money's worth here anyway, yeah. Let's see if we can power this board up. You never know, it might be something stupid like the on-off switch wasn't properly connected or wasn't working. That'd be something. Okay, so power. We'll check the CMOS. I mean, possibly if the CMOS is dead, it might stop it from booting. It's conceivable. Absolutely nothing in that at all. No, that's dead. Let's try this one. Yeah, that's good. Do you have a connection for the speaker? Yeah. Power switch. Yep. Okay. Oh, there's a power button on here as well, actually, so I don't really need the switch. Yeah, let's see if we have any signs of life. So, power on. Nothing. Nothing at all. Zilch, zero. Okay. Maybe my luck ends there, guys. So we know we have standby. Oh, we don't have standby now. Oh, what moment. Turn the power on. Now what happens? Oh, but it's lit up. I've got standby because the lights are lit up here, yeah? But it doesn't start. Yeah, there's like a display here as well for the BIOS codes. Okay. Let's see. So 5 volt standby. We go to the green lead, which is on 5 volts. We press the button and nothing happens. Nothing happens. Have we got any voltage on the on-off switch? We'll just go to here. We should have. Yeah, 3.4. Press the switch. Oh, it starts. It wouldn't start with that one. I've got an LED lit up on here. It's gone out. It's come back on again. Oh, and it bleeped. 99. Hey, this is working by the looks of it. Whoa. Whoa. Has it got onboard video? It does have onboard video. It may be set to use the PCIe as a primary display, but let's have a look. So, capture card on. Let's go again. Power on. Start. It's booting. i5-3470, so not the best processor. Okay. Could have been an i7, but hey, come on guys. Let's put the hard drive on and see if it works. Okay, again. Power on. Start. Press F1. Okay. I'll just do the BIOS default thing and restart it. Okay. Okay. What is this? System memory has changed, really? Did it not see both strips and RAM? Well, it doesn't seem if it wants to boot. Oh, it is booting. Windows 7. It's taken its time for an SSD, I'll say that. Admin, and something else. Okay, can we just get in? No. No, there's passwords on it, but yeah, can't get into it, but the machine's working for sure. I noticed when that booted up it had 8 gig of RAM, and I rebooted it again, just show you. Okay, and now it has 12 gig, so I wondered why that was. I had a quick look at the memory. I thought it was actually just both the same. This actually has 1.8 and 1.4, so it doesn't have 16 gig of RAM. It has a rather strange combination, but still it is working. The big question then, is it worth anything? Yeah, I'm sure it is worth something. These kind of high-end motherboards of various generations usually have some value. What does eBay tell us? Well, it tells us that some people are asking this sort of price for them. That has a CPU with it. That doesn't. Just those two then in actual fact. But I don't actually think that's what they're worth. If I go into the advanced and sold, here are some that have sold. Well, there's one there, 70, 102, 102, 95, but they accepted an offer. That's why there's a line through it. 114 accepted an offer. Oh, and this one's different. That's a different motherboard. So they're worth somewhere in the region of between 70 and 100. I mean, those have sold, so we really can't dispute that. Admittedly, these two were boxed that fetched a bit more, so I think much more likely that there's something like 70 without the CPU. But that's not bad. The SSD probably isn't really worth anything much, but it's useful actually. Huh. Well, one sold actually was an offer made. Those are not the same. So actually, yeah, I mean, they are worth a bit. I mean, this, I will just keep it. But they definitely have a value to them. You can see that, okay? Let's say that's worth another 60, just as an average of those prices. These graphics cards marked R81KD, and the number I showed you earlier, that appears to be this one, Radeon HD 5450. I can't see that be worth anything. Yeah, like 15. Actually, I mean, they have sold and they're like 10 or 15 euros. I have two of them. We can add another 20 for that, I guess, so that gives us about 140 in total. The PCIe serial are worth, well, they're new ones, so probably not really worth anything as used ones. And the same with the PCIe parallel. I'll just keep them around, you never know, they might be useful one day. The i5 CPU isn't really worth anything. I had looked to see what the fastest this would support, overclockable. And we have the i7 3770K, and they're selling at this sort of price. You can see what they're actually selling for. One did actually go cheaper in an auction, so you know, keep your eyes open maybe if I did want to keep hold of this. Another one there went for that sort of price. Google tells me faster than that is the Xeon, this one, E3 1290 V2. This is overclockable again. And they actually sell, well, one sold a bit cheaper. So, you know, if you wanted to keep hold of this, it's probably quite a nice machine, actually. I'll probably keep hold of the stuff for a while and just see what turns up in the way of a CPU. This is actually higher spec than the machine I use for playing both XP and Windows 10 games. That is H80 something board. It has the i7 2600K. I have a big cooler on that, but it doesn't overclock very well. Maybe it would overclock a lot better on this motherboard, so that's another idea. Maybe just use it to upgrade that machine. Interesting to see if this one also has XP drivers. That machine I have two SSDs on, so it's a dual boot. Whichever one I choose at boot up, I'm hitting F8 and just choosing, I then get that OS. I have another machine, by the way, for playing older XP and 98 games, again dual boot, that has a AGP and a 4:3 aspect ratio monitor as well. The i7 2600K, by the way, has a GTX 980 Ti in, and you can actually get unofficial XP drivers for that. That's why I use it. Okay, let's have a look. Well, at a quick glance, it looks like there are XP drivers. I haven't gone further into it, but it looks like there are. Yeah, it says here, XP Service Pack 3. So, I could actually use the stuff out of this to upgrade that machine, actually. Maybe that's what I'll do with it. I also have the Cooler Master case. It's in pretty good nick. Was a good clean, to be honest, with the 750 watt power supply. So, I think all in all, this was not a bad deal at all. Now, I did say I got 2 machines from this guy. I paid €20 each. You've seen one of them. Let's have a look at the other one. And here it is. So these are like chalk and cheese, these machines. You'd think there's absolutely nothing in common between the two. They may have come from the same place though. The only reason I can say that is because this machine also has like an excessive number, it would seem, of ports on it. Yeah, so line printer 2 and 2 serials, and then video, and there's another parallel port, and then games port, and there's like more serial ports, and another line printer, and they kind of labelled to some extent. You see that? So they obviously had a lot of things connected to both of these machines, and they both came together from the same seller. So you do wonder, yeah. Anyway, let's have a look to see what's inside this one. I mean, it's an AT machine. Could be early Pentium. It could be a 486 or something like that. I'm not sure there's much that it gives us a clue. I mean, that might be like a scanner port or something, that funny little thing there. Something like that. What do you think, guys? I'm going to say, well, the graphics card's down there in the middle. So you would think this might be PCI plus ISA or just ISA, in which case it would be a 486, yeah, you would think. Okay, I'm going to say 486, let's have a look. You have a short time to get some guesses in, guys. Yeah, get into the comments down there, yeah. And just put the timestamp for the video at the point you made your guess. Let's see. Yeah, it's not about being right all the time, but it's fun to be right, don't you think? Well, I don't think anybody's going to criticise you if you're wrong. They save that for me, yeah. So, well, 2 more screws to go. It has a 5 1/4 inch floppy in. That's another very good indication this is quite an old machine. It may even be older than I said. Because in the days of like 486s, that was like a legacy device. It's also nice and clean, but then it has a CD-ROM. Yeah, you have a whole generation there of removable storage, yeah. I should say 3 generations, that's what I meant to say. Right. What is in this thing? It's a one of those. Socket 7, so it's an old Pentium machine. 4 ISA. 4 PCI, okay. That's what we have. We have the hard drive in here, that's nice. We have lots and lots of brackets on there. I'm gonna you ought to want to dismantle this thing. I mean, it's in such a nice condition for such an old machine. I'm tempted to just see if this works. I mean, there's quite a bit of dust and dirt in it. But that just brushes off. Okay. Where's that thing that Detlef gave me? This thing, yeah. Let's connect this to the mains with the current limiter in. Let's make sure nothing really nasty is going to happen, and let's just throw caution to the wind and let's try it. Okay, so the light bulb's up there, hiding in that corner. I have the computer ready to switch on. Let's see what it does. Well, it kind of like came on, dimmed, then a little bit brighter. I think I used some floppy drives or something. So this is not going to go bang, that's for sure. Let's get a AT keyboard. I don't have a serial mouse yet. That's something I really need to sort out. Let's connect the VGA monitor as well. So we're ready to go. Beige keyboard, go with it. It's a little bit discoloured, but it is a beige one, an English one as well. Yeah. Just get a monitor there where we can see what we want VGA. On the off chance this might actually work. Yeah. So power on. Start the machine. Well, it bleeped. I have a blue light. This is, oh, Pentium 166, 16 meg of RAM. It's found the hard drive. Oh, that sounds nice. So it's a DOS machine by the looks of it. A working DOS machine. That's something I don't find every day. Yep, dir/p. I just remembered it after a couple of other attempts. So, doesn't seem to be any installation of Windows on this thing at all. Oh, Corel Draw though. You would think that it would have Windows. I don't remember Corel Draw ever being DOS, but hey, who knows? Oh, Win R20. Is that Windows? No, Win R20 is a command, not a directory. Okay. Doesn't do anything. Okay, my DOS is very rusty, as you've probably noticed. Look, CD Corel DRW. What's in here? Draw chart show. Photo paint. Fonts auto back filters and readme. Echo is off. Norton Utilities. 1985. Wang PC. Top viewer window environment announced by IBM. Okay, not sure that helped me a great deal. Well, I have a Corel Draw X, so let's try that. Needs Windows. Okay, so you assume this machine has Windows on it then. Okay guys, a little bit of messing around and just refreshing my head with DOS. I know the size of the hard drive, that's down here. This is 610 megabytes there. Okay. I'm also in a directory now called WI, so basically I got in there. CD ... takes me back out. So dir /p for pause shows me the directories. I was just looking around for anything that sounded possible, and you can see I have a directory here called WI. So I took a guess, just get through that. So CD WI, and then it's in here dir/p, and I have various commands here. So I'm looking for exe files. I can see Win helps. I'm thinking this is Windows, character map and other things. And then a bit further down I have Win, which is an any file, so that's what I went for. Win and Luke. Microsoft Windows 3.1. Wow. Okay. As I said, I don't have a serial mouse, but I think arrow will move me around various things, Luke, you see. Turbo Pascal, Notepad, Math Card, Acrobat Reader even back in those days. That surprises me. QBasic, okay. File Manager, there we are, Luke. So I have a working MS-DOS and Windows 3.1 machine, and that's got to be a bit unusual with all the original hardware, the original hard drive, everything. And I'm going to keep it. It's like everything's there ready to go. Yeah, I mean, for DOS games and Windows 3.1 games, yeah. I think Alt F will take us back out of here, yeah. Exit. So I need to find a serial mouse or some sort of adapter that will give me the serial mouse here. Exit Windows. Okay. MS-DOS 5. That's an old one. Yeah, Hewlett-Packard MS-DOS 5. Okay, guys. I think we can play with this a little bit on the live stream week on Sunday. If any of you guys are interested, let us know what maybe we can try with it. You see what we have here. Yeah, but that has got to be a real blast from the past. That one, a real dinosaur. What's it worth? I'm going to leave that to you guys. So Detlef just wandered in, and I was showing him my DOS 5 and Windows 3.1 machine, and we had a look at some of the programs, and there was something called MPLab that Det seems to know, and this is a programming environment.
It's an IDE.
It's an IDE. I can just figure out how to get back into the menu again. I've got no mouse with this. Yeah, here we are. So this is all being written in assembly, this thing, look. And it says somewhere this is for an amplifier.
RC5 is a coding for remote controls, our remote controls.
Infrared remote control here, yeah. Okay.
RC5 is the data format.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed somewhere in here he was programming stuff, he says, for the rotary encoder. So this is all written in assembly, as you can see.
Yeah, and it's probably for a big microcontroller and PLab. This is probably Atmel. And since it says Pick Start Plus in the menu, we're pretty sure this is for a
Pick Start Plus up here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so we have that in here, and also in this Windows here. If we just get back into the using keyboard shortcuts, we have the Corel Draw. Okay, version 3.
1992.
1992, yeah. And Alt F. There were some files in here. And we can see schematics for tube amplifiers.
So this is clearly from a electronics
development
thingy.
So this machine, this is like really interesting. I mean, there's probably, you can have a lot of fun just exploring what's on this, don't you think? It's like,
you want to do software archaeology,
archaeology.
Yeah, like Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you need a fedora for that.
Oh, okay, well, in that case then, for the next live stream, if we get a fedora, and if any of you guys are interested, we have a VGA capture thing we might be able to get to work on this. Yeah,
I brought this over some
moons
ago.
I know exactly where it is. So, okay, guys, that's something we might be able to play with. And thank you, Det, for mentioning what some of these things actually were.
Happy to be around.
Yeah. Nice. Cheers. Hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you all soon again on Learning Electronics Repair. Ciao for now, guys.